A $9 air filter and a $65 air filter can come off the exact same pleating machine, in the exact same factory, minutes apart. The box changes. The logo changes. The filtration media inside is sometimes identical. Here are 5 air filter brands you should never buy, and 5 that are actually worth your money. Number 5 to avoid, EPAuto. This is an Amazon native brand with no retail presence, no manufacturing history, and no listed factory. Nobody can tell you who actually makes these filters or where. The filters are cheap, usually $8 to $12, and they pass basic flow tests, but there's zero paper trail on quality control. You're trusting a brand that didn't exist before online marketplaces made it easy to slap a logo on a generic import filter and sell it with 5-star reviews. When something goes wrong, there's no engineering team to call and no track record to check. Number 4 to avoid, Fram. Fram has been around since 1932, and for decades it was a genuinely respected name, mostly for oil filters. Somewhere along the way, cost-cutting caught up with the brand. Their base Extra Guard line uses thin pleated paper and cardboard end caps instead of the resin-impregnated caps most competitors use. Mechanics have pulled apart cheap Fram filters on camera for years, showing collapsed pleats and minimal surface area compared to filters at the same price point. The company still makes solid mid- and upper-tier products, but the entry-level line is where they cut corners hardest, and that's the one sitting on the shelf at every gas station in the country. Number 3 to avoid, SuperTech. This is Walmart's house brand, and it's built the way most house brands are built. Walmart doesn't manufacture anything. They contract it out to whichever supplier bids lowest that quarter. That means SuperTech filters aren't consistent from one batch to the next. Sometimes you're getting a filter from a legitimate mid-tier manufacturer running overflow capacity. Sometimes you're getting whatever plant had the cheapest per unit cost that month. There's no dedicated engineering behind the SuperTech name. It's a label, not a filtration company. Number 2 to avoid, ACDelco, but specifically the Aftermarket line, not the OE line. This one trips people up because ACDelco is GM's parts brand, and the filters installed on new GM vehicles at the factory are genuinely good. The confusion starts when you walk into an auto parts store and see ACDelco filters on the shelf that are not the same tier as what came on your car. GM sells a separate, cheaper, professional, and aftermarket line under the same ACDelco name to compete on price at retail. Most buyers assume ACDelco means factory-grade quality across the board. It doesn't. You have to know which specific line you're buying, and most people don't. Number 1 to avoid, K&N. K&N was founded in 1969 by 2 off-road motorcycle racers, Ken Johnson and Norm MacDonald, who wanted a reusable filter that wouldn't need replacing every race weekend. That part of the story is legitimate, and their reusable oiled cotton gauze filters do flow more air than a stock paper filter. The problem is what that oil does once it's in your intake system. K&N filters use a light oil coating to trap particles, and that oil can migrate off the filter and onto the mass airflow sensor a few inches downstream. A dirty or oil-coated MAF sensor sends bad data to the engine computer, which can throw check engine lights, cause rough idle, or hurt fuel economy. Several manufacturers, including Ford and Subaru, have reportedly flagged K&N-related MAF sensor failures in warranty claims over the years. You're paying $40 to $70 for a filter that can, over time, damage a sensor that costs more to replace than the filter itself. For a daily driver that isn't chasing an extra 2 or 3 horsepower, it's a bad trade. No sponsorships on this channel, no brand deals, nobody paying to be left off this list. If breakdowns like this are useful to you, subscribing helps more than you'd think. Now the 5 worth buying. Number 5. Baldwin filters. Baldwin was founded in 1935 in Kearney, Nebraska, and built its reputation in heavy equipment, not passenger cars. Their filters are the ones running in semi-trucks, farm equipment, and industrial engines that are expected to run 300,000 miles or more without a rebuild. That heavy-duty engineering standard carries over into their passenger vehicle line. The company is now owned by Parker Hannifin, a massive industrial manufacturer, which means Baldwin has serious engineering resources behind it. You won't find Baldwin at every auto parts store, but if you can find it, you're getting filtration built to a standard most consumer brands never have to meet. Number 4. Denso. Denso was spun off from Toyota in 1949 and has been Toyota and Lexus's primary parts supplier for most of the company's history. It's also a major OEM supplier to Honda, Subaru, and several other Japanese automakers. When you buy a Denso air filter, you're buying something built to the same spec as what your dealership would sell you, just without the dealership markup. A Toyota dealer might charge $30 to $40 for an air filter that's functionally identical to a Denso filter sitting on a parts store shelf for $15. Same factory relationship, same tolerances, less than half the price. Number 3. Wix. Wix was founded in 1939 and has spent decades building a reputation in motorsports, including NASCAR, where filtration failure at speed isn't a minor inconvenience. That racing pedigree pushed Wix to prioritize consistent flow rate and dirt-holding capacity over cutting costs. Here's a detail worth knowing. Wix is now owned by Mann plus Hummel, the same German company behind our #1 pick on this list. Two brands, same parent company, but they're engineered and priced for different markets. Wix sits in the mid-price range and is one of the easiest quality filters to find at a regular auto parts store, which matters if you're not trying to order online and wait for shipping. Number 2. Mobil 1. Most people know Mobil 1 for synthetic motor oil, not air filters, but ExxonMobil applied the same research budget to their filtration line. Their air filters use a denser synthetic media designed to hold more contaminants before airflow starts to restrict, with the company claiming up to double the service life of a standard paper filter under normal driving conditions. That extended interval matters if you're the type of person who forgets maintenance schedules. You're paying a premium over a basic paper filter, usually in the $20 to $30 range, but you're also not replacing it as often. Number 1. Mann-Filter. Mann plus Hummel was founded in Germany in 1941 and is the original equipment filtration supplier for BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, and Audi. If you own a European car, there's a real chance the filter that came installed from the factory was built by this exact company. Buying Mann-Filter aftermarket means you're buying the same engineering, the same tolerances, and often the same physical filter that would otherwise be sold to you through a dealership parts counter at 2 or 3 times the price. The pleats are cut for maximum surface area without restricting airflow. The seals are designed to prevent unfiltered air from bypassing the media entirely, which is a problem cheaper filters run into more than people realize. For the price, usually $15 to $25 depending on the vehicle, it's the closest thing to OEM quality at aftermarket cost on this entire list. What filter is currently in your car right now, and how many miles did you get out of it before you noticed airflow dropping off? Drop it in the comments. And if this saved you from buying the wrong one, subscribe. More of these breakdowns are coming.